Sometimes I wonder who the fuck I am. Sometimes I wonder who the fuck I am. Yeah.
So originally I had planned to record something in Shanghai and go there for this really big cosmetics fair, actually the biggest one in China, because they bring a lot of people from Korea, from Germany, from all these places where dermatology, cosmetics, and everything that's kind of like new materials come to in order to get into the Chinese market, and also team up with different manufacturers and also people who, you know, produce in China as well. But I ended up getting some really fucked up food poisoning. Don't ask me what I ate. I didn't eat dog or anything crazy like that. Matter of fact, I actually think I got it from a sweet potato, which when I say it, it sounds like super soft. I guess it kind of goes well with all this new Drake album release, so it's gonna sound perfect timing, but ended up getting sick for like the past couple 3 days, so I've been like really behind on work. I haven't been able to do anything. I've been just puking like crazy. I don't want to share too many details on that, but the recipe to curing all of this has been Chinese medicine. Anyways, point aside, now we're heading to Dongguan. Have to actually pick up some samples for some of our clients. Basically, some people I've been working really closely on for some product development projects. If I'm not mistaken, there's one for supplements, a few for skincare, and yeah, there's quite a few. Anyways, I think there's like 3 to 5. So anyways, gotta go pick them all up. I'm gonna do a little bit of shooting as well, and then that's pretty much gonna be it. Gonna be working a little bit from there. But it's going to be a pretty simple day, but just want to kind of take this occasion, kind of flip the script around, make the best out of it, and show you guys also a bit of our warehouse over here in Dongguan, one of our many warehouses in China. Quick geographical lesson. This is the Dongjiang River. If you look on the left, there's going to be a beautiful temple where the Dalai Lama actually stayed a couple of years ago when he came to Dongguan. That's cap. And that's a lesson to not believe everything you see on the internet. I mean, it's kind of easy to lie about it. It actually sounded pretty clean, I think. Hopefully it looks as good on video. Best thing in China, make sure you get your coconut waters, make sure you get your electrolytes. You already know. Quick bargain. It was kind of crazy because when you go to like Canada or the States, coconut water, like, what is this? 720 milliliters is probably like $3, $5. But yeah, watch this, quick flex. Quick. Efficiency. We got the most nutritious biohacker snack. We got the crackers and the coconut. And if you're sick like me, you know this is actually biohacking. So don't listen to all these people telling you need peptides and all of that. Oh, we're at the warehouse. Finally, right now going over the samples. So we received 2 boxes. A lot of this is for some home stuff, some supplements, some skincare. Kind of here to just kind of take everything and bring it into my beautiful UNICEF bag. I guess Mina is now a philanthropist company. In a sense, we're doing the work. We're helping kids. We're helping people with their problems by creating great products, and we're helping people in e-commerce obviously optimize their margins as well. I gotta say, like, probably like one of the most important things when you're in e-commerce, especially nowadays, where I guess competition is at an all-time high in a sense. You know, the market has become a lot more mature. It's not like 2018 when you could just be selling like shavers and selling some random product and people would just buy without doing any like due diligence, doing any work. You know, people now are very, I guess, kind of accustomed to buying online. So product, I would say, in my opinion, if you're building a 7-figure, an 8-figure, or you just want to build a brand that is poised for an exit, product is probably the #1 thing you got to optimize for. So there's many ways that you could optimize for making a product and doing it in China, but the #1 thing is that you want to make sure that you're getting the highest quality ingredients. Most of the times you got to ask for a line-by-line breakdown and also get basically the papers behind behind where the products and the raw materials that are being used in your final formulation are coming from. So you want to know if they're coming from Korea, from Germany, from the US, if it's a patented product, something like bioperine. Are you actually getting bioperine, or are you getting something like black pepper extract? So these are like the little minutia that you got to pay attention to if you want to know if you're having all the ingredients to make a high quality product. Second thing is obviously the factory. You want to make sure that it's CGMP, FDA approved, that it has all the certifications from SGS to TUV and so forth. And most importantly, that you're also looking at the machinery. The machinery they're using, is it new? Is it old? How long has it been around this factory? Is this something that hasn't been renovated? Top of the line factories or companies that own factories, whatever you want to call factories, or multiple factories. Anyways, they have usually like newer facilities. They know that having like the top procedures and kind of practices in terms of safety and hazard and also cleanliness is top of mind. So they're going to constantly renovate and find new factories to build and improve upon. Us at Mina, I gotta say, like outside of doing fulfillment, we specialize also in product development. Right now I'm like at one of our warehouses, but in our head offices we have a few chemists that are working full time and also a few engineers for some other kind of like electronics type of products. But that's one of the services that we offer, because we want to make sure that we have all the tools in-house needed to be able to build the best products, and not only rely on chemists that work with a factory, because those people will also have kind of like biases to skew towards, such as making sure that the dosage or the kind of like recommendations they give you fall in line with the profits that the factories are looking to make. For example, we're going to hire them through our own network, and usually we're taking A players from brands that I worked with, Dove, Head and Shoulders, whatever the product category might be. We're looking to hire people that have experience working on the product side for these top CPG brands. All right, so now since we got everything here, we got all the samples and pretty much got what we came for, I guess I'm going to take the time to also show you guys one of our newest warehouses here in Dongguan. Basically do something similar to what I did last year when we went to Hong Kong, but now I finally got a videographer and a cameraman, so it's going to be a lot fucking easier. I'm not gonna lie, one of the biggest struggles, and I thank some of my friends that I met this year that have videographers. They told me how much easier it makes their lives, and I gotta admit, shout out to all the videographers out there that are working hard, and shout out to my videographer too. But anyways, like I said, this is one of our newest warehouses here in Dongguan. We have 10 currently that we're operating and using for all of our e-commerce and DTC clients, and this is one of our newest ones. I wouldn't, by far not one of our biggest, but it's one that we run a couple, I guess about 15 to 19K orders a day. We got usually, right now it's a Saturday, so there's a few less people than usual, but on average there is about 45 to 40 people working here on a daily basis. So it's quite a lot of people. And one of the things that I gotta say about this warehouse, it is number, I guess call it number 10 that we're using it for all of our e-com and DTC clients, but I kind of can't lie, it does feel as good as the first couple of ones. After a while, it just feels, whenever you get a new warehouse and you expand the operations, you feel humbled by it. But I feel like sometimes it's good to take a little bit of a moment to reminisce and think about how you're growing and how the operations are expanding and how much more you are basically doing than you could have imagined in the first day. When we started all of this, it didn't feel possible that we could grow so fast, make so many connections, meet so many people, build so many brands from scratch. That part, honestly, even till this day, sometimes I look at some of these brands that we have around here and I think man, we built some really great products. Some of these products that we have around us, can't show them for NDA purposes. I don't want to get sued. I don't want to lose my clients, and I don't want to lose money, most importantly. But to kind of go over it, I'm looking at some of these products, I'm like, man, these are some amazing products. Some of these have done $60-80 million a year, and now they constantly keep growing because they've also hired some amazing people, some of the top guys in the CPG space that are growth operators, creative directors, and all of that good stuff. But looking at it, it's been an amazing journey, and I think this is one another warehouse that we're gonna probably, this is going to be soon a number 11. This right now is number 10, but eventually in the next couple of months, we're probably going to maybe add another one, depending on how fast our clients grow, how fast we grow, and how aggressive we want to be to expand. But anyways, with this being said, I think one thing that I want to really talk about, speaking about all these brands that have grown really fast and really big, is talk about what differentiates a brand that, kind of gets stuck at like, I don't know, what, 300K a day, sorry, not 300K a day, 300K a month, 200K a month or so forth, like good numbers, but not the highest numbers. So one of the top things I want to say, I mean, I've said it right now because we were talking about the samples, but number one is product. The best brands that we have here are really focused on product, and not only product from a perspective of quality and this, but understanding what that gap in their market is and patching it. Basically coming into the market and saying, look, this is what everybody's missing and this is what we're doing, and that why it's better, and they communicate that really well. But from a product perspective, there's an actual difference. People could, for example, in China, for example, you want to go to like a family mart or something like, a convenience store and get a protein shake. Oh, the protein shakes here have like 3 grams per serving of protein. It's nothing, absolute, like you can't even hit any goals that you have in your days for protein in that. So if someone comes in and patches the gap by offering something like in the States with 20 grams of protein, then everybody's gonna flock towards that product. And yes, the communication to the marketing and the, whatever you guys want to call it, direct response and all that is going to get a lot easier. But for a brand, that's probably one of the most important things. Number two, I got to say that the top tier brands don't try to micromanage everything. And I'm not saying this because I want people to work with us, but I really mean it because if you really understand you're a top brand operator, you understand you have certain amount of time that you have every day, you have a limited amount of time, and you can use that limited amount of time to create the maximum ROI. Do you really think that your maximum ROI is managing supply chain operations and factory relationship when you live across, I don't know, you may say you live in Canada? No, you can't. You simply can't because you're not here, boots on the ground. You cannot see things. Every time you want to get a sample, it's going to take you 1 or 2 weeks to get it, make some changes, see it, take in the information, everything. So the top players, they really use their time wisely and they don't try to micromanage everything. So when they work with someone like us, they trust us, they believe that we can do our best, and they basically let us handle everything. The brands that kind of are doing good, but they're not doing excellent, they're like looking at everything, trying to ask you updates on everything. They're messaging you in the morning, trying to understand what happened overnight, like instead of waking up and focusing and thinking, okay, what is this thing today that I could do to 10x my business? And the last thing I would say is probably they have a really big vision. Like some of these brands that we work with and have built like really big 8-figure products now that are probably like on the path towards an exit, is that they think really big. Like I have a specific client and we met a couple of months ago, I think like now a month and a half or so. And one of the things he told me is like, my goal with this brand is to sell it to Procter & Gamble. If you do not think this way, how do you think the vision, the idea of developing high quality product is going to come to you? You simply can't. Before we go on our China maxing journey to explore Dongguan and get some amazing food that might kill us, sorry, technical difficulties, we're gonna try some peach candy. This is like Filipino food meets Chinese candy, something like that, I don't know. This is like the better, healthier version of sour peach. Anyways, guys, let's get on to China maxing. So I think we finally found a spot to eat. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a lot worse, but this looks like we've fallen on like the best street. This is the barbecue street. You got Wuhan grilled, you got something in Chinese, and then you got another one over here. Wow, okay, let's check this out. Check this out. This looks good. I'm not a big fan of seafood, but that over there looks really good. It looks spicy and stuff. Oh my. So we finally found some beef options. The other place we went to was only basically pork. I don't really eat pork, I'm not Muslim or anything, it's just, there's not a lot of nutritional values in it, but we found some good one, a good place with a lot of beef options, so yes, let's dig in and have some, have a good meal.
祝你们玩得开心，吃得开心。
Just tell me. 谢谢，拜拜。
你是西班牙人吗？
对，Tell you guys, you have it on camera now. Like the hospitality in China, it's unmatched. Like I'm not gonna lie, we are in a part where there's probably not a lot of white people that come by, not a lot of foreigners in general. But wherever they come and approach you. They try to say hello, they treat you well, and they make you like feel good about eating here. To tell you the food is good. What do you like? Like they ask you questions. They make you really feel welcomed. And like I always said in a lot of my other videos, like China is probably one of the most coming countries you can probably visit and even come for business and stay a long time and not feel like you're an outsider like in many other countries, for example. As you can see, we got the barbecue. We got a little bit of vegetables. This thing, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bite earlier, just before recording. I eat a lot of spicy, guys. Like I eat spicy. I've ate like Chongqing stuff, everything about it. Whatever's spicy, I've ate it. Even the craziest stuff, I've ate it spicy. Now this, however, I gotta say, I haven't eaten spicy in a minute. It hasn't hit me in a long time where I can say, okay, this is spicy. This is not like peppers. This is more like an actual sauce. So probably it just stays on your mouth a lot more. And you definitely feel the scorching heat from it, but you know what they say in China, if it's spicy, then it makes you rich. I don't think they say that, but fuck it. Alright guys, so we just finished up at Wuhan Grilled. Top spot that I probably ate in a long time. I'm really good with spicy, but today, this thing challenged me, not gonna lie. 10 on 10. Definitely recommend if you're coming to Changping, Dongguan area. Maybe you're checking out a factory and you want to eat some really good spicy food. Hit me up on the DM or try to look it up on Changping. This is probably one of the best places I've ever tried. And I'm not gonna lie, the price is ridiculous as well. Anytime you come to Dongguan, the prices are ridiculously low because obviously it's not like one of the expensive areas in China. You might get ran over a little bit too. You get a little bit of flavor of danger in it. But overall, great trip, great little day. Gonna go back home now to Guangzhou. A little bit of a drive, but it's a good drive. If you love driving, you can't complain. You do a few phone calls maybe, bump a new album, listen to a podcast or something, have a good discussion, and can't complain. Anyways, let's head back home. Let's get it.
Extra time on the ground. You're my playground, love.
What's going on, guys? So it's a new day. Right now we're Tuesday and we've come here basically at Zongda Market to meet one of my new friends, Ya. He runs basically the creative direction at Crease Group. He invited me over to come and check it out because I want to understand a little bit more about the fashion world, how garments are made, how clothing is made, because I mean we don't really do fashion. We focus more on CPG and electronics, so I don't have too much experience specifically in this market, but I'm always a student of the game. I'm always trying to learn, so I think it's a really good experience to come here today and learn, because obviously we're also getting a lot of inquiries about fashion products, product development, sourcing, and we need to stay up to the game. So what better way to learn than one of the top guys doing it over here in China and probably just overall in the fashion industry. So let's not waste any time and let's go check him out. Show me around, Jay. I want to see like what is like. Is that like active clients or something?
So that's like
or is it like mood boards or?
Mood board needs to be updated.
Okay.
That's like so there's two ways that we work with clients. We've got like either our customs or we've got like our pre-developed collection. So you can think of it as like private labeling.
Yeah.
So this is like
private
a
labeling.
merino wool collection. This is like the core collection.
The what?
Like core.
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 Core?
Yeah,
oh, okay,
core
okay,
collection.
like
So
essential
core
stuff.
tees, hoodies.
Okay.
And then.
Is this you that made it?
Yeah. This was for Canton Fair last year.
Is the one that did you make the big ass one?
Yeah, I made the big ass one.
Yeah, okay, nice. Smart. So, I saw it in a few videos, that's why I asked.
Yeah. We do that sometimes, yeah.
Nah, it's a good idea. Because I saw it in whose video did I see it?
Aaron.
Yeah, I saw it in his video. You do his stuff too, no?
Yeah, we do his stuff for valuables.
Yeah, I saw. Does he still run it or not really?
I think he does. Like he is still running it.
Bro, his course prints.
Sorry?
His course prints.
It's bro.
If I was him, I don't even focus on fashion.
Bro, his course is so good there.
Yeah.
It's like the best money I've ever spent.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me that. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's really
Oh, it's really sick too, bro. And you do active wear as well?
Yeah, so this is like our men's activewear collection. There's a lot more SKUs, but
Yeah.
a lot of them are out in factories right now.
Yeah.
And then this is some of the stuff we've done for one of our female brands in the States.
Okay. I don't know it. Yeah. But it's nice.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Yeah.
Like they're killing us.
Yeah. Oh, I know this brand though.
Ladder.
Yeah. I know
So
them.
Ladder's the activewear. It's like the active app, you know.
Yeah.
It's like Peloton.
Yeah.
And then it's like we've got some more technical stuff.
Yeah.
Outerwear. This is a UK brand.
This one? I feel like I've seen it. Is it the one that do like the viral? Is it the one where you basically put water and then it changes color?
No, this one isn't the hydrophobic one.
Yeah.
But
no, not hydrophobic. Like it changes colors when you put water.
nah.
What do you call that? Heat transfer or something?
No, there's thermochromic and then there's hydrophobic. Hydrophobic is when it releases or reveals a pattern when it's exposed to water.
Yeah.
Thermochromic is when it changes color at a certain temperature.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I've seen. I remember seeing something like this. Like there's a brand that I think you reposted it one time.
Mertra. Mertra is like is probably the brand that went viral the most.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing it. Is this the one or no?
No,
that's
this is
another
one of our clients.
Okay.
Comms affiliated. So this is a UK brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it Coachella too?
No, we don't do Coachella.
No.
That would be nice, but
Yeah, no.
no Coachella.
That's really clean, bro. You have to come here every day, basically.
Yeah, basically. Like I don't have to, but yeah.
You do.
Most
That's
of
a
the
nice
time
space, bro, to work.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like probably like if I had to picture like what a studio would look like, it would be like this. Damn, you designed that?
Which one?
This one.
The puffer.
Yeah.
No, that's mood board.
Bro, it's crazy because I bought something here. I don't know what's the name of the Chinese brand. It's really nice though. It was an expensive piece. And I was like, bro, it's one of the nicest jackets. Every time I wear it, people give me compliments. It looks exactly like that.
Yeah.
That's why. I thought you did the jacket. I thought maybe it would have been the same company. So it was some local brand that I found at I don't know what market it was. I don't know. Huh?
From Shanghai?
No, it's not. It's like I don't know what it is. Like it's like a Chinese brand, but they have like all stuff that look like Visvim. So it look like all like Japanese stuff.
You know, I know one of the designers for Visvim. I also know one of the guys that he has a factory in Japan, and he like makes products and then he sells those products to Visvim. So like he makes designs and then he'll sell that design to Visvim.
Yeah, but I think a lot of brands do that, no?
Yeah.
A lot of the big brands.
Yeah.
You guys do that too, or no?
I mean, we're trying to do more of it.
Yeah, because I think that's the most lucrative, right?
Yeah.
They pay you like loyalty plus like flat fee probably. My grandfather is a master tailor, so it reminds me of it because it's like he would have like similar type of stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Like fabric like on a wall like this and just like all, what don't you call it, like the pins all on top, and then you have like you don't have it, but like mannequin.
Oh yeah, what's called mannequin?
Yeah. Oh, like like that everywhere. Like it's how I grew up. So it's like throwback every time I come into like a fashion space. Basically the same. Yeah. Do you do work for Represent?
No.
No. Someone told me you did. That's why.
No, they've been following us recently.
Yeah?
Checking in on us, but we haven't done anything for them.
What's your thoughts on it?
On Represent?
Yeah.
I mean, they do good business.
Business aside.
I mean, they've got like I don't like all of their styles. I like some of the stuff that they do. Like the more premium.
The new brand. What do they call that?
Or 247 or?
Yeah, I think so. No, 247 is every day. Yeah.
247 is the athletics.
Yeah.
What is it called? The premium brand. The
Owners Club?
No, the Owners Club.
Owners Club.
Yeah, Owners Club.
But Owners Club is just the tees, no?
It's everything. They have hoodies, they have tees, they have...
They have a jacket. I saw, I started noticing, I'm like, damn, it's getting bigger and bigger. I saw like Ryan Garcia with a jacket from there, like a lot of celebs like start
They're
wearing
in
it.
LA now, like they're like, like he's based in LA. He's like probably one of the best in terms of like
execution.
Building his brand, like that founder led, like he started that whole.
Tell me though, how do you work with people? Like what's like MOQ? What's project size? Minimum requirements of the brand, like
our typical MOQ is 300 pieces.
Oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. We like these days we don't work with like brands that are starting out.
Yeah, of course. But you have fixed fee too, no?
No, we don't really have fixed fee. Like everything is really
put it into the price.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like it needs to make sense for us. Like we'll see a project we'll brief it. If the brief is like something we're interested in, we'll
Yeah.
take it. If not, we'll just
Skip it.
yeah.
300 pieces per style.
Yeah.
So like, if there's like a legging and there's like 2 colors, is it like?
We can split 2 colors.
Okay, yeah, okay, okay, cool. Okay, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. I thought it was way more, bro. I thought you were gonna tell me some shit like 300,000. Yeah, 300,000 or something. I was
That's
damn, that's crazy. Is that where you launching?
Sorry?
Is that where you launching?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that's sick. That is some of the craziest packaging I've seen.
Yeah, this is probably the craziest packaging I've ever seen.
How the fuck you came up with this idea?
It's like a time capsule.
You open it.
So
Oh yeah, I didn't ask that question. Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
suspense.
Crazy.
Damn. Yeah, that's the craziest packaging I've seen. I'm not gonna lie. That's
Not gonna lie, by far.
I think you've outdone a lot of big ass brands with this.
That was the plan. Now I need to sell through them.
Yeah.
The box is amazing. Though.
So we just finished up at Dongguan Market, and honestly, that was some really good time that we spent with y'all. I gotta say, it's like honestly always a really good feeling when you spend time with people that are a lot smarter than you and you're just absorbing a lot of information. Gotta say, like, I'm lucky that I met him a couple of weeks ago when I was going to Shanghai. We just met spontaneously like that, and then he invited me yesterday to come over here and learn, and which was, like I said, it's perfect time because I wanted to learn a lot more about the fashion industry. And you know, it's one of the most important things in business in general is to surround yourself with people that are a lot smarter than you, that are a lot better than you, and that know things that you don't know. Like that, you're just gonna skip the line, but also get like knowledge that you don't even know existed, that you would have to basically compound effort a lot of time that you spend like just obsessing about that one thing. And you know, obviously when you speak to someone like him, I call him like a fashion Jedi in a sense. He even dresses like one. And like you learn a lot from these people, whether it be like in supplements, fashion, everything, and the timing couldn't have been any more perfect. So now we're pretty much done. We're gonna head back home, gonna do some work. But yeah, I want to say, if y'all's watching this, thank you, brother, for the little tour and for giving us so much knowledge.
Ship is enough. It's like a beautiful car crash. Two people collide.
Today we're gonna be doing something a little different. Just gonna go check out one of the most famous places, I guess, in Guangzhou. It is the fake market, but we're not going there. We're going to another mall where there's a lot of like Chinese brands. Just kind of want to do some shopping, take the day a bit light. Gonna catch up with the boy Max in there as well. He's checking out some stuff, some inspiration for the brand he wants to build. And I guess at the same time, while we're like exploring, shopping, looking at things, gonna talk a little bit about like the cultural differences in China, how like the transfer knowledge of like producing all the clothing, like most of the stuff that's being made across the world that's coming out of China, how that transfer and that kind of concentration of talent and supply and demand has kind of like built a lot of these like very niche brands that are growing pretty fast. So that's kind of something I want to cover while we're here, but at the same time, like I said, just do a little bit of shopping, have some fun, and take it a little bit different than the last couple videos when it's been just kind of like business. So yeah, let's go.
Don't call it love. Call it a longing.
I think we got the good floor. All right, so just got here. Basically, UUS is kind of like a mall where you got all these like Chinese brands. So you could like check it out. Honestly, I find the only problem when you're shopping like Chinese brands is really kind of like the sizing on a lot of things. It tends to be like overly small for someone like me at least. So that's kind of like the difficult part of coming here, but you're gonna find some really nice stuff. Like there's a lot of like basically different fashion designers, factories, brands as well. But most of them actually don't carry a lot of stock. How like shopping when you come to these areas work is basically like you need to add them on WeChat, and then from there you're gonna basically ask them for a size, you pay for it, they deliver it to your home, you could try it out, and if you don't like it, you just call back SF Express, they come to your home, they pick up the item that you didn't want essentially, and then they just bring it back to them. So it's pretty seamless. This is kind of more like you're looking around, picking the styles you like, and then just kind of going from there, and then you're ordering it. I think I just saw something I like, so we're gonna go back and check it out. But anyways, essentially how it works is that you come over here, you look at the styles you like, you place the order, you get it at home, you try it out, and if you don't like it, you just return it. We're also seeing fabrics, you're seeing styles that are not necessarily like too trending in the West. You see different type of things, so not just like one season, you see everything. Like right now we're walking, you have jackets for example, so we could already see what's going to come out in the next couple of months. So if we get a client that wants to do product development and sourcing, you know, we kind of get like a little bit of inspiration. So for me it helps more of actually just getting direction and understanding where we're kind of going with this whole fashion client. It's pretty cool being here, and I think there's no really better place to be in the world than China. Maybe like Pakistan, Turkey, you know, the other hubs where a lot of clothes get produced. But in China, I feel like it's widely accessible, and you could draw inspiration, you know, value in the many things really, and it's really accessible. So right now we just passed the Shenzhen crossing and we're making our way into Futian, so basically like the city center of Shenzhen, to take the train and go to Hong Kong. And just want to take a quick little pit stop over here. This is actually one of my favorite places when I'm driving from Guangzhou, because on one side you kind of got the sea and you got all the port over here, and it's kind of inspiring. I'm in the shipping business, I'm in the fulfillment business, and you know, I'm in the consumer product business. So when you come here, I mean, you see how the economy rolls. Like all of this port over here, all the goods go into America. So all it's kind of good to just stand here, observe, and just kind of take it in a little bit of a reflection. And then on the other side, you kind of got the blueprint of what the future of, you know, cities are going to look like. And that's the whole point of Shenzhen, is it is for it to be like a modern city that's going to inspire the other cities that are growing in other developing countries, and even kind of in countries like America and Canada where things are already developed, but you know, they need to be up to date. So Shenzhen is kind of like the blueprint for a lot of cities, and kind of, you know, taking this little pit stop over here, you could admire both things. And I feel like it also kind of shows what China stands behind. You know, it's revolutionary, fast growth, high tech, and coming here to take a little stop before going to Hong Kong is always a good feeling. With that being said, we're going to be going to Hong Kong now. We're going to be checking out the warehouse over there. Going to be taking a few meetings and just kind of taking a little break from Guangzhou. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of stayed in Guangzhou a bit too much recently, about like 10 days straight. That's a bit too much for me. I mean, I did go to Shenzhen a little bit, but it doesn't really count. I still felt like I was in Guangzhou. So anyways, I'm gonna be heading back on road. So let's not waste any time, let's go. Yeah. 很烫 like this. Mamma mia. If you're from Montreal, you probably know Sami soup dumplings. And I feel like Sami soup dumplings, despite it being only in Canada, probably the best dumplings I've had. It's hard to beat them. Even in China, I don't find something as close. But come near, but it's never hitting the same way. This soup dumplings, not as much soup, it's a bit fried, but it still hits, still fire. You can never go wrong with Chinese food, honestly. You?
从哪里来？
老板. Okay. Allons-y.
到楼上去。
Okay. Train. No, guys, this is like the most gangster, like restaurant owner ever. He even brings you upstairs, gives you free dumplings.
华为
Okay.
看过没有？华为
Shenzhen, Futian, real, Hong Kong.
香港啊。
Yeah, Hong Kong. Yeah, this is, guys, there's no better service than this. I don't care about China, Philippines, Japan. It's unmatched when I tell you. What kind of restaurant owner brings you to the train station so you don't get lost, so you save time and everything? This is a good man. Over here? Oh, Huawei? Damn. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I thought we were going to the train station buying cars now. Oh, he's buying us a car. What is he showing us? I guess we're getting like a tech review product now.
不是，它这个
Boyd is on his tech review vibes.
8个哈。
He's on his tech review vibes now. So we went from eating with him to getting tech reviews.
You should take his WeChat bro.
I know, I am.
这个对，你直接转过去，在那边用就可以了，那里有。
Okay. I think he thinks I'm like a tech blogger or something. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh,
还可以键盘的，
wait, hon. I want to show him I know how to write in Chinese.
可以，也可以这样。
Okay.
8个。
No, this one. Okay. Look. I can't type, bro. Ah, okay.
然后这个可以键。
Now, that's kind of crazy though. Look how big this thing is. Damn. Computer, tablet. Damn, look at that. The red version too, you know, it's good luck. This boy's blessing us in all ways. Actually, 24,000 RMB. How much is that? Okay, we need to go. I think I have to break his heart, guys. I have to tell him I'm going to the train station. Damn.
2折。
Okay.
3折。
4 times for sure. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. So the tablet is like 4,000 RMB more
这是2个。
over just the phone. That's kind of crazy when you think about it.
1。
Oh, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. That's pretty simple.
这都不算。
We're getting a whole Huawei haul from Mr. I don't know, we need to give him a name. Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong. Wong means king, so Mr. Wong. Yeah. And he even has the card, the Ito. Okay. Yes, very good. No. Look. 老板。这个 U9.
有，你有。
Yeah.
哇。
Now it's like the Maybach version with the I don't know how you call that, the doors that basically don't slam. This is actually a really nice car. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of my favorite. This and the Zeekr, the X9, is probably my favorite Chinese cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
In Guangzhou.
广州。
Yeah, I have. Yeah, good. Brother.
这是问界 M9。哦。高铁吗？
对，福建。Okay, bye. All right, that was probably, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, in China, hospitality, like locals really like to take care of foreigners. They want you to feel like welcomed into China. And you saw with him, he wanted to show us like Huawei. He wanted us to be impressed. This is China, buddy. That's what he was trying to say. He was trying to send a message like passive aggressive. He's like, I want to show you this is better than Apple. I think that's what the message he was trying to get across. And then even when I told him that I've been here for a minute and I don't speak Chinese yet, like haven't had the time to like fully learn and be like very fluent in it, he was like, I'm gonna hit you, motherfucker. And you can tell he's patriotic, and that's how you're supposed to be about your country. You're supposed to love it. You're supposed to represent it. And I think Mr. Lee gave like a really good representation, and now everybody on YouTube is going to see the high quality kind of Chinese hospitality that you can get out here. All right, guys, so after a couple of calls and, you know, driving over here and taking a few calls also between the shelves and upstairs between boxes and everything, finally recording. So we're in the Hong Kong warehouse. It's one of our biggest warehouses in China. It's about 16,000 square feet, but it's not the biggest one we have at Mina. The ones in the US are much bigger, about 20,000, 22,000. But combined, the volume that we have in China across all of our warehouses is about 40% bigger than the ones in the US. But anyways, I'm really happy to be here. Main reason is because I love coming here. Really good energy. We see all these brands that we've helped fulfill for, and you know, that we're helping go worldwide. And you know, it's always kind of, I don't know how to say this, I get like a good reflection and kind of like realization that our product that we have at Mina is really strong, from times of like infrastructure that we have here, the processing time, the shipping rates that we're able to offer, and just everything else, you know, like lines of credit and all of that. So today, I don't want to go too much into detail. I have another video that's already up, but I just wanted to come because, you know, like Gary Vee says, jab, jab, hook, you know, even though you show something one time, you constantly have to repeat it. I'm not a guru marketer like all my clients. Well, not a guru guy, but you know, I'm not a killer marketer like most of our clients, but you know, I do believe in some concepts and I try to apply them myself. Yeah, I mean, I guess the video is kind of a little bit like that, but it's not really my expertise. But you know, just want to do a little quick jab, jab, hook, you know, repeat it, show you guys a little bit of the process and everything here. I'm not going to show too many of the brands that we work with. Maybe I'll show one or two. If you want to see it yourself, you know, just message me, and if you're in China or in Hong Kong, I'll gladly show you. So let's not waste any more time. Let's just go around this warehouse really quick, show you guys what we're doing upstairs. And as you can see already, I think you can see really big. We have a lot of brands, we have a lot of volume, so let's not waste any time. So right now it's 7 p.m. and we still have 3 hours left to our evening shift. So at Mina, usually we have like 3 shifts during the day, pretty standard stuff, morning, afternoon, and evening. However, in Q4, we tend to have another one, which is basically the overnight shift. So we only have 2 hours of downtime in the Q4, but obviously we're still far away from Q4, but a lot of the stuff is picking up, as you can tell. On our right is just a simple, pretty standard packing station, box packaging machines on pretty much both sides. And basically, you know, how we get a lot of our highly discounted rates and how we're able to charter our own planes is that even during summer, you know, all of our warehouses look like this. What you see around me, there's a lot of beauty, supplements, skincare, makeup clients. A lot of these are corporate, like I mentioned earlier, so we get a lot of the volume discounts from them. And one of the main advantages of shipping from Hong Kong is the fact that the market over here is very mature. Certain type of products are able to dispatch a lot faster, and on our end, with that being the case, we're able to optimize for speed. Talking about products like batteries, supplements, stuff that are a little bit more sensitive, there's just a high concentration of very fast shipping lines, and also at the border, the custom clearance is a lot faster. So that's really one of the main advantages for our clients that ship from Hong Kong. But usually that doesn't tend to be smaller clients, but just more established big 8-figure, 9-figure brands, or some of our corporate clients. But anyways, I realized we're actually walking the wrong way, so let's go back because I want to show you guys something that's very unique to our services, which is our AI pick and pack station. So let's fast forward and let's walk back to the other side. All right, so this is the AI sorting station, and I'm going to try to explain it as simply as possible. So as you can see, there is 2 scanners on each side, and basically how that works is that the scanners are going to read this barcode, and on this barcode, basically it's all of the orders that are going to be taking place into all of these containers that you have over here on this side and on the other side. And basically what's going to happen is each time there's going to be a certain order come up on the screen, the person, all it needs to do, they see it, they take the product, they scan it, and it puts it directly into the bin. And what that does is that it eliminates like the guessing, or maybe, you know, like if you're, think about it, like imagine all of these, you have to fill them hand by hand. Well, if you made a mistake, well, it would go into it. But if you scan a specific product over here, it would know which bin to go into directly, and you reduce that margin of error that might cause, you know, maybe you to lose money on product, you know, that gets shipped wrongly, and we also have to credit it back to you. And also your customers, they're always going to make sure that they're getting what, you know, they purchase. So it's pretty simple. It's a little bit more complex than that, I'm not going to lie, in reality, but I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. If obviously, like I said earlier, if you want to come see it for yourself, just shoot me a DM. Anybody that wants to come see it, even if you work with us or you don't, or you just have interest in seeing it, we welcome welcome anyone to come. And with this, I think we're getting pretty tired. It's getting also pretty late, and I do have some calls to take with some clients overseas. So we're gonna be heading back into Hong Kong, getting some dinner, getting some work done. So hope you guys enjoy the Hong Kong warehouse. So we're just wrapping up in Hong Kong, and we came at a place that kind of means a lot to me. I don't read a lot of books, not saying I'm dumb or anything, but I'm just not the biggest fan of reading. I just tend to read whatever I find right and left, or what I need at the moment in time. If it's a book, then sure, whatever, we'll read it. But one of the most impactful books that I read was Bruce Lee book. It said artist of life, and basically it just means that the whole life you're living is like an artist. You're painting your canvas, you're learning things from right and left, and you have to be true to yourself. And that's kind of what I learned, and I've applied all the way and through my whole career, through everything I've done in life. And I think it's one of the most inspiring things to do. So as we're leaving Hong Kong, we had to come by, look a little bit of homage. One great way to finish Hong Kong, and maybe this is how we end up the vlog. So thank you guys for watching, if so, and see you in the next